My name is Ken Johnson. I'm a graduate Windsor High School, 1977. At Windsor High School, I was what they call a three-sports athlete. So in the fall, played football, which was very much an absolute in my family tradition at Windsor High School football. Played basketball in the winter, and then track and field during the spring. So there were no days off. Growing up in the late 60s, early 70s in my neighborhood, that's all we did. So I have five older brothers. There's five older brothers, all played sports at Windsor High School. So I grew up, that was what we did. So we played pickup basketball, baseball, street hockey, wiffle ball, you name it, we played sports. In my neighborhood, there was all kinds of kids my age. So between my brothers and the friends, we were always doing athletics. It was a wonderful experience. So the Windsor Cup Award was a pretty special honor because you needed to earn 7 varsity letters in 3 years. So, and that's exactly what I did. So I lettered in football 3 years, basketball 2 years, and track and field 2 years. So that was earning 7 varsity letters over in a 3-year period. At that time, Windsor High School there wasn't a 9th grade. It was just sophomore, junior, and senior. So it was quite an honor to get that, and it just showed a diversification skills with sports. Well, football was king. I mentioned that growing up in that time period, football was king at Windsor High School at that time period. And I went to games forever. Going Saturdays to Windsor High School was just a wonderful memory, watching my brothers and others play. So by the time I got to Windsor High School, it was, as they say, a dream come true. So I love football. It's my favorite sport. And again, carrying on that family tradition, and ended up being captain in my senior year. But my highlight for football was our championship team the year before when I was a junior. It was the greatest sports experience I've ever had, being a part of that championship team. So 1975 football we were underdogs. No one expected us to be any good. I don't even think Coach Lazinski thought we'd be as good as we ended up being. But we had a bunch of just scrappy guys that were tough as nails, and we ended up going undefeated in the the CVC, Central Valley Conference. And it was a tight-knit group. We hung out together all the time, and it was just a wonderful experience. I will say, I still hurt because we lost a couple games that year, and they still bug me because we were leading at halftime. We ended up losing. And I tell you, to this day, it still bugs me we lost those games. The last game was against Bloomfield, and it was kind of anticlimactic because we just had a win, but they at that time weren't very good. So we beat them pretty handily. But it was a great celebration after that game. I'll never forget that. So and on all conference, you're selected by the coaches in our league, that the best players for a particular position were honored with this. Oh, the teammates. Like I said, we were very close-knit. We had some crazy guys, teammates on both all 3 sports, actually, but the craziest were on the football team. I was co-captains my senior year with Willie Murray and Ben Liptak. And unfortunately, they have both passed. But they were great fellow captains, really good athletes, and particularly good football players. My favorite coach was definitely Coach Lazinski, who was my coach for football and track and field. And he was a younger guy at that time, and he brought out the best in the team. Guys loved him. He would do anything to help us win for him. And he really, it's the best thing I can say about him is he brought out the best in all of us, whatever those talents and skills were for that particular sport. It's interesting. So I was watching some sporting event at home, and on our TV, there comes out a phone number, and I never answer our home phone. We just let it roll. And it was a 688 number, which is a Windsor number, and I said, that's strange, but I let it go. Second time I got the phone call, I better get this. So I picked it up, and it was Sheila Martin, and who I remembered from my days at Windsor, and she said, congratulations. It was a wonderful honor. I was very excited, no holding back. It was a great honor, great experience to do that, and it really brought back wonderful memories of all my time at Windsor High School, and particularly in the athletics.